Good afternoon, October the 22nd, 2015. Time to wrap up our trading for the day. We came in this morning liking the long side better. Thought the market was going to get stops above 2030, retest the highs. We did have news this morning. Draghi, the ECB, spoke. Their comments were complimentary. They said anything and everything it takes. We're going to keep our economy and stock market going. We're going to revisit this in 2016. And the financial meme coming in was that the ECB would increase QE1 in either December or January. It looks like it's January now. The euro cratered. Treasuries have traded up because of zero rate interest policies have been reinforced around the globe. And the E-mini is traded up because more QEs coming from the European Union, or at least that's the thought. 2035 was a very, very important level. We've taken that out. As long as we stay above that 2035 area, this market can trade higher. On the last update, I said if 2035 held, the market can trade higher. And you've got a V bottom or this B right here, both of which, off of that one idea, could have made you some money. So here we sit. All day long we said there's nothing to show any selling in the market. So we had a retest failure off the news this morning. That B worked. That B worked. The third B worked. The fourth B worked. This was the first opportunity to get short, but we didn't break that bar's low. Market trades higher still. This S trade right here, we did break that bar's low. That's the first shorting opportunity of the day. Although we said there's no signs of selling yet, that would have been a loser if you'd taken it. This is a reverse RTF trade right here. This high was resistance. Now it's support, hence the name reverse RTF. This buy, software generated signal work. That's software generated signal work. This software signal generated. Now here we have a lower high right here, this S. That's the second legitimate situation to get short in. We didn't break that bar's low. Right here we get a retest failure. Got deceleration, taking out that bar's low. That's a great short. Market eventually trades down to 35. It holds. This B holds and it's off to the races. So just a trend day up. We never saw any signs of selling anywhere. The fact that 2035 came out made for a very, very strong market. So worst case scenario tomorrow is we'll see a pause day, in my opinion. Wish I could guarantee that, right? We do have an outside day here. We've got a very, very strong close, and I think the key off of this F1 chart is right here. This low, that low, that low, that low, taking out this 2035, the low volume number. And I mean, as long as we stay above that, the market can trade higher. Next stop without a change in the news is 2094 structurally. So retest failure, setback trades with the S&B, a mean green trade, and exhaustion bar are the four that we trade. Now, because the markets have changed, James, we have the fifth trade, a V top or a V bottom. But up until the month of September in the E-mini, we wouldn't take those because it's just very difficult to know where the high or the low is going to be, and if that actual price point is the high or low. Here we have a strong market. Really haven't rejected much in the way of prices up here. I mean, when you look at it, that's just one tick below. We don't have a big tail up here with lots of rejection with that two-letter ledge right there. We just have a single print. So that's really not a tail. We're not looking at rejection. It takes at least two ticks to form a tail. So looking at this screen right here, we have the C period low at 3150. You can see we have a low volume number at 32. Not a lot of volume in this whole area down here. The volume doesn't really pick up until we get up in that 70 area up above. We came through this pretty quickly. looks like the market's going to fill in volume right here. So if the market was to close right here, the easiest trade to see would be failure to take out 46 to 50. Then resistance jumps up that 57, 58 area, so we'd make 60, 65, sell 2. The news tomorrow is PMI flash manufacturing at 53. The market really didn't pay a lot of attention to that number normally. It's the only piece of news tomorrow. Then Baker Hughes rig count. On the buy side, this 35 area is a good spot to look. We got 37, a low at 37, a low at 41. And we're currently at 44, so we're going to make 35 to 40 buy 1. And then 25 to 30 buy 2. And it's hard to see us getting below 35 right now without some help in the news from someplace. Okay, why are the treasuries and the E-mini trading higher? And that's because the treasuries, we got option expiration, which I think will hold us in the trading range. But the fundamentals around the globe are pretty weak right now. And the bond traders trade economic fundamentals, and they see economic slowing. So right here we got a higher low, higher high. That tells we can look to the long side first, and if we fail to take out today's highs, we can trade from the short side. James, tails, if they really are truly rejection, don't fill in. So you look for a test usually the next day, but if it really is rejection, they stand. They won't fill in. And that's probably the strong. That's called rejection. That'll be the strongest piece of news that we do get, or a sign that the market is has rejected prices, too expensive to buy or too cheap to sell. Okay, resistance is 29 to 29.04, 129 even, so 28 to 03 is sell 1. I think we'll probably come in today and see that 28 puts were bought and 29 calls were bought, so we're for a close at 16, 28.16, sell 2, 7 to 11. On the buy side, we're at 28, so 25 to 21, buy 1, then 17 to 13, buy 2. But this concept of rejection, if the market's accepting a price, it should retest the high or the low and or take it out. If we've got rejection, and that means continuation of the move. If we've got rejection, it means things are getting ready to change. Market might turn around and head back the other way, and is likely to do so. So continuation or change, and that helps us. Do we want to trade from the long side or short side? If we've been long, should we consider getting short? If we've been short, should we consider getting long, or at least protecting our positions? Acceptance, rejection, continuation, or change. And you can get pretty good at reading that, but what the first sign that we should get that the market is not going to continue is going to be rejection. Okay, option expiration. We came in this morning 157, 159. That made 58.16. The 160 to 157. That made 58.16 tomorrow's expiration price, and that looks like we got a pretty good chance of getting there. So we have not really rejected prices above 159. We're at 12 right now, so the first sell is going to be, I'd really like to do, and 19 to 23 is where the structure has it, sell 1. Then we'll jump it to 31 to 03, sell 2. On the buy side, we started out here at 5, so 5 to 9 will be buy 1. and then 29.01 to 29 for buy 2. How low will gold go? It is pointed lower. Lower high, lower low. We're looking for a place to sell it to test support in the 60 area. If we get through that, you can see this breakout came out of the 50 area. So I think 50 is probably the next band of support if we take out 60 to the downside. Definitely looking at B's, really not seeing much of anything but selling. The I period high was 67, the F period high was 68, the D period high made it to 70. So the 67 to 70 is pretty good resistance. So we're going to sell 67 to 70s. And then basically 75 plus or minus. Support is 60.62, so that's buy 1. And then we'll lower it to 53 to 55. Pick up this high volume area right in here. And you can see the low volume number, the dent right here is at 1161. Looking at crude, we've liked the short side. Think we're going below 45. Got this volume over here in the 44, say 60, 50 to 60 area. That's the draw. We've got this low at 44. So I think the market, now we've retested yesterday's lows and they've held. We do have, it's really interesting, the deal has been made between Russia and the United States not to shoot down each other's aircraft, which is good because we're in tight airspaces. We're trying to take out ISIS. They're trying to take out our, supposedly our fighters that are trying to overthrow Assad. But who do you think is going to win, Russia and Assad or the United States? I mean, it'd be pretty clear who's going to eventually prevail. But it's just, think how convoluted and screwed up can a deal be? And you've ceded Syria and the Middle East to Russia, and you think you're going to sit there and try to take out ISIS now? Nuts. So here we are, 45, 75, 46, a little bit below where we were, sell 1, and 46, 50, 75, sell 2. I think we get out and take out 46 tomorrow and start trading up. We'll trade higher. End of the week short covering. On the downside, 44, 75, 45 by 1. Then 44, 44 and a quarter by 2. And last but not least, the euro has come down. I believe we're headed to 110. F1 has us as a sell. And we'll go back up here. We can see single prints at 1150. We're at 1124. So sell 1 will be 40 to 50. And end of the week profit taking could take us higher. But we should get a pretty good idea in London where resistance is, the London high. And I can't see us trading there. The D period high is at 90, so 75 plus or minus will be sell 2. On the buy side, 111 even. Short covering. Profit taking against 111, then 1075. The market tends to go to the 75 level. Doesn't stop at the buck. They go down. So that's 70. Actually, let's make it 1075 and 1050. Forget the buck. That's it for October the 22nd, 2015. See how bright and early in the morning.